Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. Today we're checking out a 2024 Lagoon 46 that was on display at the St. Pete Boat Show earlier this year. At the boat show, this one was up for sale for $1.3 million. She measures in at 45 feet in length as a hull length, but the total overall length is 47 feet 7 inches. But being that she's a catamaran, she's got a really impressive beam of 26 feet 10 inches. She's got a draft of around 4.5 feet. And the standard height, she's got an air draft of around 76 feet. It's a very stable boat and does really well for family cruising, but these also do well for the charter market. In this hatch is where you're going to find the engine. This one powered by a pair of 57 horse diesel engines. I like the setup that they had for the tender. You've got a really good tender on here, but you don't have it swinging on davits, you don't have it towed behind. You've then got a large cockpit, and this has got like a hardtop effect to it, so you get plenty of shade and protection for relaxing with your family and friends. You've got wide decks for making your way around the boat, non-slip deck material. There's always handholds in place, so you're always going to feel safe and secure, not only in the marina or anchor, but also when you're out at sea. You can see all the different hatches we have. I'll show you from the inside, but those give so much natural light, but you also get plenty of fresh air coming through. I'm glad that it's easy to get to the bow, because up here we do have another seating area. We've also got that famous catamaran design with a net in between. But you could easily relax out here and enjoy yourself. And then I always find it strange that the way they do the setup with the anchor windlass on catamarans, because it comes right through the middle. But this one does have the electric windlass in place, so that way you can do anchoring while cruising. And speaking of cruising, she's got that fully enclosed helm area, which I'll get to in just a second. But this basically means you can enjoy it in all weathers and all climates. And there's storage underneath those seats. That's going to be ideal for different options, including bow lines. You throw some fenders in there. You get some seating on the corners. And then notice the cleats are on the outside. That way you don't need to worry about tripping on them as you walk around. And also, for it being a sailing yacht, all the lines lead back to the helm area, so you don't need to worry about coming up here if you're in rough weather. And it's a very stable boat. There's multiple people on board while I was here, and you do not feel the boat rock at all. And then there's your access to the starboard engine. And you've got easy access regardless of what side you're boarding. So in here you've got that folding cockpit table, you've got plenty of seating. You're probably going to get the best part of 10 people out here relaxing. You've also got the shower for when you come back in off the water. There's speakers throughout. You've got drink holders throughout. And there's storage underneath those seats. Also notice there's a lot of courtesy lighting as well. You start to see on the camera here. And then this is like a large cooler. It is self-draining, so you can fill this full with ice. Put refreshments in here. If you're into fishing, you can put some fishing out here too. This is where you're going to find the gas locker. I'll show you the galley when we get inside, but it's all gas stovetop or an electric. And make our way up to the helm area. Look at how much space is up here for your family and friends to join you, as well as all the modern electronics that we have. And I like the fact that these canopy enclosures, they can be removed in sections, they can be kept in place as they are, or they can be removed completely. But even when they're in place, look how much visibility they have. They're really clear that you almost don't notice that they're there. You've got all the modern electronics you could ever need to enjoy comfortable cruising and give you that confidence to keep chasing the horizon. Get your engine management system, your Raymarine multifunction display, all your wind speed and direction, your autopilot, communication, all your lines leading back with the clutches. We even have electric winches to make it even easier. And being that she is twin screw, this one's going to operate just like a large trawler yacht when it comes to close quarter manoeuvring, where you can do one ahead and one astern and you'll easily spin the boat around. Making my way into the accommodation, being that she's a catamaran, look how much space that we have in here. And also the fact that with those wraparound windows, there's so much light in here, and they went with the light woodwork options too. Now this one's got the owner version, so you can have this where it's got 4 cabins, but this one's got 3. And basically the entire starboard hull is the owner's cabin. So to begin with, at the stern, you've got the double berth. It is actually an island berth, you can access it from either side. There's storage underneath the bed as well. You get your different night light options at the head. You do have opening portholes on the side, air conditioning controls, more storage. You got a small seating area. And then this slide's closed if you wanted to close it all off. And one of the little telltale features I like is on both of the hulls, you've actually got this window. And I never caught it on camera, but when I was on the other side, I actually saw a fish swim by, but I wished I got it on camera. Moving forward, you've got the heads compartment, and the heads is actually split in 2 for this one. You've got the toilet in one section. And if you notice the reflection in the mirror, just how much headroom's in here. I'm 6'2", I don't have any issues at all. So you get the toilet and the sink, storage for toiletries and personal belongings. But wait till you see this for the shower compartment. Basically this is where you would have another cabin, but instead you've got the full walk-in shower cabin. It's massive in here. Great headroom. Anybody would be able to enjoy this shower, there's so much room in here. A lot of space for your toiletries, personal belongings and more storage. There's a vanity desk as well. Fully air conditioned. And then this whole section, you've got more storage, but this is also where you're going to find the air conditioning units itself. Then if we make our way back up, you notice to start off with, we've got refrigeration, you've got a fridge and a freezer. You've got storage underneath that compartment on the deck as well for like canned goods, things like that. They actually had multiple Lagoons on offer, but this one was currently on sale for 1.3 million at the boat show. You've got more refrigeration, but you've also got a great amount of countertop space, and those windows slide open so that way it's easy to communicate with everybody that's enjoying themselves in the cockpit. As I mentioned earlier, the stovetop is gas rather than electric. And then as well as having that, you've also got an oven down below and more storage options as well. And it's such a comfortable boat to be in. If you were going to spend extended period of times on board, even making this a permanent liveaboard, it's a really nice boat to do it on. That cockpit table seats plenty of people around it, but it also drops down and becomes a double berth if you want it to. And then you've got a navigation station. And I like the fact that you've got great visibility while you're here, so that way you get an idea of what's going on around you. And if we come down the porthole, if you were to go for the 4 cabin layout, this would be very similar to what you'd experience on the other side, where you've got a smaller cabin on either end, but you've still got a tremendous amount of room. And I like that lighting that's on the ceiling. Just gives it that quality feel. And then in here you've got your toilet, your sink and your shower, and the ensuite head compartment. And as much as it's smaller than the head compartment I showed you previously, it's still a really good size shower. You won't have any problems enjoying that. And then behind the door, you've got more additional storage as well. And all the different doors, lockers, cabinets, they've all got some sort of locking mechanism, even if it's magnetic. But this is a boat that is designed for cruising around the Caribbean, doing serious passage making. So it's going to be handling all sorts of conditions. You want to make sure everything and everyone is safe and secure. So again, moving into the third stateroom, you can see we've got opening portholes. You've got plenty of light coming in. Access the bed from either side. There's storage underneath the bed. And then we've got the storage lockers and drawers. And again, this one's en suite. I was very impressed with this one. Gave me confidence that you'd want to be on board for long periods of time. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. If you can go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you haven't done so already, if you can hit that like and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll include a link to Lagoon's website, and that way you can check out all the different various options that you have available. This particular boat, I believe, has now been sold. But I'd like to give thanks for the opportunity to come on board, check this one out, and share the video with you.